Hey guys, Saturday, July 12th, 2025. It's that time. I wanted to look at palladium and platinum, and I think it's that time for me to maybe start getting skin in the game because I'm seeing some things that are looking very interesting. So, without any further delay, let's get into it. So, we're going to start off with palladium is my favorite. And if you're in it and you're long, just keep an eye out for 1319, 1320-ish. That's a value area high using a 10-year time frame. And just keep in mind that there's different kinds of investors. There's some that, I'm not going to chase. I'm not going to chase. I'm not going to chase. I'm going to wait for a pullback. Well, if it does get up here and it pulls back and it retraces, that's good because then that's going to give you into a wave 4, which I'm waiting for and expecting. Between palladium and platinum for a wave 4 and then continue pushing higher. But it's one of those things, I've been waiting for it for maybe a week or two and it hasn't even played out and it's just pushing higher. So it's a choice that you have to make. Is like, fear of missing out, FOMO, or it's like, man, is this ever going to pull back? Is this just a parabolic move that's just going to go straight up and then you're going to miss all that? So that's all up to you. That's all your style of trading. Whatever you don't like chasing, then wait for the pullback or the wave 4 correction because we're in a wave 3 according to the LA wave theory. So those are the kind of things you got to think about. But if you're in, just keep an eye on 320, 1320. There's going to be some area that's going to be very challenging. Now, when you look at the weekly, see this area right here? That's that 13. You could say I'm gonna look at it more in the daily. That 1350 around there. And you got a value area high here, 1475. I'm not worried about this one. I'm worried about this one. As you can see that we already broke above this area right here, and this area right here, I'm going to show you here. This is the consolidation pattern, this whole thing right here. And it broke out Friday. This is a daily, right? No, this is a weekly. I mean, I could put a daily. But you can say that this week it broke out from the consolidation. I was waiting to get a close above 1260. And we just got it. So now that gives me a little tickle in my finger. Be like, okay, maybe this is real. If it was going like this and coming back, and it's like, no, we're still consolidating here. That's why I highlighted it. But we are above. So now a couple of things you could think about. Well, it's a bull trap. They tease you up to entice you to start buying next week, and then they pull the rug, and that's very possible. That is very possible. So that's why you got to be paying attention and manage your risk. So if you're going to go in with the breakout, be like, okay, I put my stop. If you're short term, if it's going to go in, then I'm out. It was just a bull trap. They're going to bring it in, which is good, because then that's your wave 4 in the LA wave theory. And then we're going to wave 5. So there's a lot of ways you can look at it. So it all depends how you're going to manage your risk. And what type of trader you are, And if it pulls back on you, you're long and you don't care. It's like, I don't really care because I know it's going to be a wave 4 and then it's eventually going to go up and continue trending higher because you're thinking long term. That's what I'm saying. You're thinking long term. Then it doesn't matter to you. It's not going to matter to me if I get in next week and it pulls back. If it does pull back, I am going to accumulate more to see for this wave 5 and continue trending higher. So those are the two ways I'm going to play it. Get some skin in the game, pulls back, accumulate a little more, and then see what happens from there. I just wanted to show you those things that I'm thinking of here. So let's go back to that was the weekly, and this is the daily, and that's using that same time frame. This is that area that you saw on the weekly. Between 320, 25. It's just kind of like this area right here that sticks out. And then you got that value area high at 1344. So next week, it could continue chucking there. And then maybe this could probably bring us our wave 4. So you're going to wait for that to play out. If it plays out, that could be, in conjunction with a trend line that you set. It could probably find support there and then bounce. I'm just kind of giving you some ideas. But if it was very bullish, very strong, the bears left. The bears disappeared, especially with these 3 days here. They were gone. Let's look at our simple glance chart. We got a PPS buy signal on the monthly. We broke through that pivot high, and that's what I wanted to see. So now it's now is that time. Is like, okay, there's enough talking. Let's start putting money in and get some skin in the game. You got that 200 that's coming in SMA, 200 SMA at 1444. That'll be coming down, but very, very, very overextended on the linear regression channel. So it is very risky, man. If you're talking about risk, this is very risky, but it's a parabolic move. I mean, you can't fight the parabolic move. People are just buying. This is just crazy. It's just buying. Here is not that bad. It's getting closer to linear regression. Over here is very overextended. So, like I said, if you're kind of spooked, it's like, man, I'm not gonna buy. I'm not gonna chase. I'm not gonna chase. That's what they say. I'm not chasing. I'm not chasing. I give it to you. Look at that. Look how far it is. Very parabolic. But when it comes in, all the bulls are going to be like, oh, that's it. It's done. And that's when you're going to wait till it pulls back. If you're that kind of trader, depending, you got to see some key levels, put a retracement, maybe it's a 50, maybe it's a 61.8, whatever it is. And when you see it basing and then you get your other signal to go long, whatever that trigger is, that's when you jump in. But MACDs, everything looks good, man. Man, even the monthly. Look at that long consolidation. And now we're getting breaking out. So you don't want to be buying here. I mean, you can if that's your style of trading. But when you see stuff like this, two things. It could be a bull trap or it could be the real deal. So manage your risk, put your stop just in case, it is a bull trap. And they did all this to, get all the bulls excited and then squash them, put your stop and then you're out. And then you kind of see what else happens. But I think maybe this might be legit. I mean, we've been going like this since 2023, sideways on Palladium. Lastly, as you know, we broke out of the consolidation pattern. A couple of targets, bigger targets. This is the 25%, which is 1466. That's from a different swing point. This is from our current swing point. This is the bigger picture swing point. This is a 37.5%, which is 1375. And this is our midpoint. This is what I call center of gravity. Most of the time, stocks, instruments, futures, whatever it is that you trade, they like to return back to the center of gravity. That's what Gann called it. Center of gravity, COG. And this is our center of gravity, 50%. So it's very possible, I mean, going back and forth, is not going to go in a straight line. Remember that. There's going to be a lot of back and forth and, corrections and sideways. But eventually, in the future, it could possibly get up here. At least. Let's look at a yearly. So this is Palladium, and this is the midpoint. Look how far we are. Look where we're just starting the move. Look, we're just starting the move. If I could make it, this is a yearly chart. So this whole candle is a whole year of trading, and we're just starting. Even the trend color candles that I have now, it's white. So it's like, I'm just showing you this, things are just kind of like building up. And this is just the beginning. This is not platinum that already, like, I missed the train on that one. But this is the one I've always been eyeing on for an amazing move. And we're just starting. So that's your 37.5, 1375, and then you go straight to the midpoint. So keep an eye, keep that in mind. And this is from our current swing. This is your 25. So those are key levels, big levels you'll be watching eventually. And from this current move, this is your center of gravity. So it's even higher. I'm just going with the one from the whole range. because that covers all this right here. Gann said stocks, when they do this, they love to go back here, revisit, and then see what happens. If it's still bullish, then I continue going higher, but at least get here and maybe go back, maybe, you know, maybe do this kind of stuff, but they always like to go here. And once they get here, then they push higher. All right, so let's go to, I'm not going to do midpoint charts because I'm going to cover stocks too. Let's look at our platinum, which is just one of the strong ones here. Platinum. So platinum, man, it just blew through the 50%. This is, yeah, I don't even have max. We'll look at other stuff, but yeah, it's like, look at it. This is so parabolic. I mean, I don't even know if I've seen this anywhere. Look at, it's not even, this thing is not even in an angle. This thing is just straight up. I mean, if you did a Gann fan, I know some of them are 1/8. They kind of go like this. This is like straight up, guys, straight up. This is weekly. On the daily, you could kind of see how it fluctuates. So every dip is a buying opportunity. And this area right here was at 1440-ish. This is where I was thinking maybe it might stall, and it was stalling. But in the last couple of days, it blew right above. Let's see, we do our 3 months here. Yeah, it's still chugging along. And let's see if we could just go max. Let's just go Mad Max here. I mean, look at that. Value area high using max data. I think it's picking it up because this is how high we went. So I don't even know if this even is important. Because I can't remember doing max and seeing we being here and then now just kissing that. So it could go either way. Let's look at our simple glance chart and look how parabolic this thing is. This is on the monthly. Look how extended we are from the linear regression channel. 1477 on the weekly. TD9 Tandy mark kicked in and nothing happened. It's still chugging along. It's like, no, I'm pushing even higher. So that wasn't even a possible turning point and still above the linear regression channels. So if you're afraid of following, I'm not chasing, I'm gonna wait for a nice correction. This is where the gifts of the gods are going to come in, because this is what Gann says. Gann says, wait till something, a move like this happens, wait for the correction, and that's when you get in. So if you want to wait, you gotta wait. You know, don't get itchy. I'm just gonna get something at least. The correction came here. I mean, not correction. The MACD was saying that there was kind of weakness building up, and look, we got this. So, but also remember, it could be a bull trap. So there's a couple of things you got to remember. But so far, still looking good. We consolidated here on the new contract and broke above on Friday. So Monday is going to be very interesting in regards to platinum. Platinum, center of gravity, we just kissed center of gravity and closed higher. So as like you see this is what I'm expecting for Palladium to do. Come to the center of gravity, according to Gann theory. Come to your midpoint. You know, they love coming back. And then from here, if it starts climbing higher, then yeah, it's in a bullish market. There's a high probability we're going to be kissing a lot of these targets here. Your first target would be the 37.5%, which is at 1653 of the bigger targets. Then 1726, then the 25%. You see that there was some resistance. I mean, it's because we're picking it from here, but you get the picture? So I'm just trying to show you here. Trend lines. Yeah, we just broke all through this. It's all bullish. All bullish. All bullish. This is what I have on my cover the YouTube video. it's all bullish. This was very like, maybe this is where we're going to get our wave 4. Because this is all wave 3, guys. This is all wave 3. And wave 3 could continue going higher. And I haven't even looked at the Elliott wave chart. This is all wave 3. And maybe it could happen this week coming up. Or maybe he just continues pushing higher. It's on a collision course with a target to hit, and then a wave 4 is coming, but it's not happening yet. It's not happening. All right, so next clip I'm going to show you is some stocks, some ideas for those that don't trade futures or whatnot. These are some stocks that I have on my list that next week I am going to start pulling some triggers. So let's check that clip out. So here is the Platinum futures. I'll start off with that, and you can see that there's a pivot here that's somewhere around 1559. This is the monthly. Looking at the weekly, it's just blowing through a lot of things. I got to keep it on the monthly for Platinum futures. 1555, between 24 and 55. First stock, it's a $10 stock, VALE. I don't really have that much info right now. It's at the midpoint for possible targets of $12. This one is just starting to move, and that's a monthly. Look at the weekly, and yeah, we have $13 to $12 target. You could probably do a trend line, and you can see that it's already breaking above. So this is a possible target to the upside, depending if you're a short-term trader or a long-term trader. This is another one, IMPUY. I got some notes here. Impala Platinum Holding. It's located in South Africa. The world's second largest platinum producer with significant palladium output. So here you get a double whammy. You're thinking about some stocks that operates primarily in South Africa and Zimbabwe, and completed a takeover of Royal Bafokeng, I guess, Bafokeng Platinum in 2023 to consolidate its position. Key operations: South Africa, Zimbabwe mines generating significant free cash flow, 35 million in H1 2025. Strong cash flow and consolidation efforts make it attractive, but OTC trading in the U.S. may limit liquidity. So those are the things you gotta, consider this stock. Let's go to ANGPY. You can see it's at 807. We'll probably have to go to the midpoint. Will probably be somewhere around 11, and then a high target would be 18. And this is another South African company, Johannesburg. As you can see, blah, 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 blah. There's a lot of good stuff here. Mines in Africa producing about 33% of the world's platinum with palladium as a buyout. Strong financial performance and significant palladium production make it a key player, though its OTC listing in the U.S. may require checking brokerage access. So yeah, these are OTC, so keep that in mind. Also, if you're not into OTCs, then maybe this is not for you. Stock-wise, your midpoint is going to be 8.9, and you got $13 right here of a high. Those are possible targets, and it looks like it's just like starting. Another one is IVPAF. This is a Vancouver, so if you're afraid of trading or risking in South Africa, because I consider it the Wild West, you could go at least to someplace a little more different. Canada. Has a major discovery with substantial palladium, platinum, rhodium, gold, copper, and nickel deposits. So here you get a little more than just, palladium and platinum. Also upgrading the Kipushi mine in Democratic Republic of Congo. With partnership including Japan's consortium. Significant palladium deposit and diversified metal exposure, but OTC trading, same thing. Risk and DRC are considered as stocks qualifies for a listing under $10. So this is one you want to, and this one doesn't even look too good because it's just I mean, it's trending high. Platinum, palladium are going higher, but look at this. This is going down. This is the monthly. Let's look at the weekly. Yeah, very strange. Things are going higher, and this is going on. So this might be a red flag, but I have it there, and you can see that it's negative. So I don't know if some news came out or something that it's not making it move, or something is happening here. And then lastly is PLG, Platinum Group Metals. As you can see, we just got a breakout, kind of like a breakout of 177. The high is 227. So that's your next target if it goes higher. That's on the weekly. Yeah, you're at the midpoint now. Wow, this is really tiny. Let's reset this chart. So yeah, 230 pretty much. That's the target. And what's this company about here? 229, 230, and then a bigger one would be around 372. Focused on palladium and platinum explorations and development, primarily in South Africa. Its flagship Waterberg project holds over 12 million ounces of palladium. 50% of it's in the Waterberg project in South Africa's Western Bushveld complex. Also develops next generation battery technology using PGMs. High growth potential, stocks up 161% in the last year, but also development stage company. It's not yet profitable. Something you got to keep an eye on. It's not yet profitable. It's not making money, and carries operationals and financing risks. Qualifies as a penny stock under $5. So very risky. So you got them from penny to OTC to Val, and then the futures. So that covers platinum that I've done some research. Palladium, it's a little more interesting. We got palladium here, and you can see that we have our breakout. It's official. We've broken out. Compare to platinum that broke out a long time ago. That's why palladium was the last one to leave the train. And you can see that it's just starting. This is all consolidation. If you want to see the history of this palladium, you can see bullish, bearish, consolidating, bullish, consolidating, or way bullish, very bearish, and we consolidated, and we consolidated from January 2020, you could say 2024, all this until this right here. And I could probably fix this here. Maybe this is locked. Is it locked? Yeah. This needs to go all the way to here. Lock it. This is where it's officially broken out of this consolidation pattern. So let's look at some stocks here. The first one is a expensive one, or a high-end one. It's $111 per stock. Let's see if we could reset this here. As you can see, you got a target, a high pivot target here of 113, and we're very close. So it looks like maybe this hasn't even broken out yet. And it's a ETF. As an alternative, you prefer less company-specific risk, consider palladium-focused exchange-traded funds, ETFs like. And this is I think it's Aberdeen Standard Physical Palladium Shares. PAL holds physical palladium bars in a secure vault, offering direct exposure to palladium prices. So instead of trading futures, this one holds it in a secure vault. These ETFs avoid the operational risk of mining companies, but are subject to palladium price volatility. So if you don't want to like own stocks, you know, or whatever in South Africa, because it's a little wild over there, in my opinion, then this is another way to play it as an ETF. So something to consider. Let's look at the monthly on this. Oh yeah, man, look at this. I hasn't even got to the midpoint. It's 117. A high target would be 158. So yeah, this has a lot of leg to room. Like this is just starting. So if it's going to be real, this is a good one, in my opinion. And if you don't want to, you know, get exposure to the like international markets like South Africa, whatever that you consider risky or not. AMRK, A-Mark Precious Metal, headquartered in the U.S. So here's something positive. El Segundo. Overview, not a mining company, but a precious metals trading company dealing with palladium, gold, silver, platinum. So you got a little bit of everything. It operates in wholesale secured lending and direct-to-consumer segments. Key operations, it sells palladium in bars and coins, less exposed to mining volatility. Offers exposure to palladium without mining risks, which is good. With solid net income of 133 million in FY 2022, more stable but less tied to raw palladium production. And this one made a low at 19. It already is above your midpoint at 22. You got a target of $25, and that's the monthly. And you got kind of like a midpoint here, and the high is 47. It looks like it's no, it's not a baby stock. It was born around 2014. So yeah, so you got a lot of leg room here, 29 and at least $38 on the high end. So very interesting. The next one is SPPP, is Sprott Physical Platinum and Palladium Trust. So it's an ETF. Let's look at what it says. Invest in physical platinum and palladium bullion, redeemable for metals. And the same thing, this it avoids risk. Mining companies, but are subject to palladium price volatility. So as you can see, it started breaking out also. There's a high target here of 1546. And this is the weekly. Yep. I don't know why I had this trend line, but I thought it was going to break above it. So we got to fix that. Let's look at the monthly real quick. Yeah, so we got a target. It's about to reach that at 13 and 60 cents. You're already above your midpoint, which is 11. The low was $8. A high would be 21. And this is not a baby stock. It was born around 2012. So it came down, it went up, pulled back, and this is years. This is where Gann says this is when you need to get in, when it does this kind of correction. So you do a retracement by eyeballing it. It took out the 50, and it went lower, and maybe now is regaining the 50, the midpoint, and now high probability that it could possibly continue going higher. So we'll see. And this is probably one of the favorites. I know a lot of my viewers that watch the videos, it hit me up in chat or talk about stuff on palladium and platinum. They own the South African one. So this is a major producer of palladium, platinum, and gold with operations in South Africa and in the U.S. It acquired the Relden Group in 2024, enhancing its recycled capabilities for palladium and other metals. South African mines and U.S.-based recycling operations producing 22,000 ounces of palladium in 2022 from recycled materials. Diversified portfolio and strong revenue growth, but recent profit declines due to cooling inflation warrant further investigation. Offers a high dividend yield. So this one, it's already above the midpoint, which is 650, and you got a high target of $9, pretty much $10, and that's on the monthly. When we go to the weekly, you're already getting close to your high target of 10, pretty much $10. It's already above the midpoint. You already took out that $7, so it's pushing higher. So this is your pivot. This is a high target right here of $10. So that's looking good. And that's like 826 right now. And the last one, it's like the cheapest one. It's called Bravo Mining, and it's headquarters in Canada. It's a smaller scale company advancing the Luanga palladium, platinum, rhodium, gold, nickel project in Brazil. Luanga. Previously owned by Val, like Valvoline. Luanga project with a median mineral resource estimated of 4.1 million ounces palladium equivalent indicated. High grade potential in promising region, but smaller scale and exploration stage risks apply. So there you go. There's your risk. And this is what it deals with: rhodium, gold, nickel, and it's in Brazil. And it's a Canada base, and this is the ticker symbol, and these are the ticker symbols for the other exchanges. And so far it's at 243. You could probably say this is what weekly. This 267, 320, and a high of 427. Let's look at the monthly. And this is a baby stock. It was born 2022. So there's not that much price action. This one is risky. It's all it's all on your taste. And the midpoint's at 266. So it kissed the midpoint and retreated with a low of $1, with a high of $4. So if palladium continues, chugging along, or if there is a correction, it may kind of be in this area and maybe pull back for wave 4. And once that wave 4 in palladium or platinum, palladium gets that wave 4 and pushes higher, it'll probably get above 270 and maybe get on a wave 5 to $4. And that's just me speculating. But so far, definitely a baby stock that you probably, may have to consider if it's worth, your time. And look at volume and all that. Volume doesn't look too much. It's not a lot of liquidity. So, this is the list I have of both of these. And it's going to be, something for you to research and do your due diligence and look into these stocks and stuff like that. But the key thing is to keep an eye on the futures, palladium, platinum, and just kind of see where is it going to stall? If there's going to be a correction, is it a buying opportunity? And get those levels and then just have a game plan. And I gave you enough ideas in regards to stocks and the futures. I'm going to sign out. Hope you liked this video, and I'll keep you posted on my thoughts on platinum and palladium.